All right, we should be live. All right, here we go. Thank you everyone so much for joining the live stream. Tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be changing things up a little bit here. So, yes, I am going to answer questions as usual and do all that sort of stuff. But on top of that, I was thinking maybe we can go through, like, watch a video together, make some commentary on that sort of stuff. And then we can also do, answering questions as well. Yeah, I came in a minute late because I don't know why, but I clicked the button at 9 o'clock and took a whole minute for it to get going. But okay. Please tell us the 3060 is scuffed. The 3060 is scuffed. It's bad price. That's what I would say. How do I get it? I can't get a GPU. All right. Well, let me pull up your comments in a way that is easier for me to read. All right, there we go. Okay, so in any case, yeah, during this live stream tonight, me answering some questions as usual. But on top of that, if you didn't hear already, yes, we may be watching a video together. Very interesting stuff going on there. But let's go ahead and start off with some questions, and then we'll get into the main topic here, which is apparently more Nvidia graphics cards are exploding. Woo! So hasn't exploded yet, Deadbat says. So, in any case, by the way, also, if you're watching this stream, to get it out to more people, go ahead and drop a like on the stream if you can. Let's try and shoot for 100 likes throughout this stream, see if we can do it. But in any case, I'm going to answer a few questions first, and then we'll get into that main topic. How can I not blow up my 3080? We'll talk about that in just a minute, so make sure you stick around. But as for now, I'm going to go ahead and answer a few more of these. Hi, everyone, says Wanda Wright. 6800 XT was attainable. Well, looks like you got it. All right, that's great. Let's see. Competitive gaming 1080p 3080/6800 XT overkill. I would say, yeah, that's a little bit overkill. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're doing. But for me, I would say that's overkill. Even at like 360 hertz, I don't really know if you're going to need something like that. I guess it kind of depends on what you're doing, but I would say in general, yeah, that's overkill. Do that funny exasperated intro thing? Sure. Here we go. Woo! Do you think GPU availability will get better? Oh, yeah, of course it's going to get better. I know there's a lot of people who are down and out about it, but, you know, it can only last so long. So, yeah, it'll get better. It'll get better. Let's see. Warzone 1440 high refresh. What GPU/CPU do I need? I would say probably like 3070 level or higher. So like 6700 XT would probably be like the minimum I recommend for that. You could get away with something. You could get away with something like a little worse than that, I think, if you down some settings. But if you're talking about like playing ultra settings or something like that, yeah, we're going to be talking probably 6700 XT minimum, that level of performance. Let's see, waiting 13 months, both GPU/consoles are dropping every day. They used to drop barely monthly. Yeah, they're dropping a lot. It's just getting annoying because it seems like I've been seeing a lot of pings for stuff that's way overpriced. And I'm like, I don't want to get pinged for this when stuff's dropping. So it's just getting annoying to sift through the bad price stuff and the good price stuff. But there is a lot of stuff dropping. It's definitely like better than it was when these things launched. It's just not fantastic still, obviously. It's still way too difficult. I would like to know your PC specs. Oh yeah, I suppose if I haven't shown you guys this already, I might as well show you guys. Forgive the crazy cable in the way, but this is my PC right here. So there you go. PC specs running 3090 5950X right now. Completely overkill. Absolutely not necessary in no way, shape, or form. But I figure, you know what, if I'm doing this for my job and it's a tax write-off, why not? You know, that's like the one good thing about doing YouTube. It's the one thing about doing tech YouTube right now is at least the tech purchases are a tax write-off, but it's still way too expensive. Way too expensive. I do not recommend you buy those parts. You definitely don't need them. I'm trying to fix my camera right now. I goofed it up. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. What RAM you got? Overclocked? Yeah, the RAM is definitely overclocked, which, by the way, I got some good news for you guys. I hope I can share this info with you. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can even tell you guys this. This might actually be... I didn't sign an NDA, though. So I think I can tell you. I'll tell you this much. All I can tell you is a company will be sending me, I believe they said they would be sending me DDR5 before it's actually available. So I'll have some time to mess around with DDR5, do some overclocking stuff with that. So if you're interested in like RAM overclocking, there you go. That you'll probably be interested in that as well. Is that centered? I hope that's centered. It looks pretty centered to me.